Today we're going to be reviewing some fake Beyblades from the Flame brand. So as you guys can see here, we have the Xeno Excalibur remake, we have Scorpio Spear, and we have these 3 random booster Fox brushes. So in this video, we're going to be seeing if the Beys come with the correct parts, as well as seeing if they fit in well with each other. And we're also going to be weighing them, as well as doing some test battles. All of these Beys are from the Flame brand, except the Golden Fox brush, which is actually from MQ. So I did actually order the Flame one, but they gave me the MQ one instead. So now we have an MQ Fox brush to compare it to the Flame ones. Okay, let's start off with our first Bey. We have Scorpio Spear. Let's take apart the Beyblade, and here are all the parts. So let's start off with the blade. We have the Scorpio Spear blade, and it looks pretty good. And it looks like the gimmick does work, which is pretty nice. The colors of the gear chip are slightly different than the TT one, but other than that, the blade does look really good. And even the metal does not have any sort of imperfections. Now let's check the weight. 43 grams, that is really heavy. The TT one weighs 40 grams, so this fake one is 3 grams heavier, which is a lot. So this blade will be extremely OP. Now let's move on to the ratchet. It's supposed to be coming with the 070 ratchet, but they actually gave us a 080. So except from the height being wrong, the ratchet does look pretty nice. The colors are accurate, and let's see if it fits in well with the blade. And yeah, it is pretty good. Now let's move on to the bit. We have Zap, and it looks identical to the TT one. As you guys can see, the ball does stick out as it should, so it is pretty good, like they nailed it. Now let's see if the bit fits in well with the ratchet. Okay, it's actually pretty good. It's not too loose, but it's not too tight either. And if you guys don't know what the gimmick of Scorpio Spear is, it basically has 2 modes. So the first mode is the defense/stamina mode, where it's pretty round, and then once it does an extreme dash and the bit actually rotates, it changes to the attack mode. Okay, so the Flame Scorpio Spear, except from the height being wrong, it is a 10 out of 10. And it is incredibly heavy too. Now let's move on to the next Beyblade. We have Fox Brush. Here are all the parts of the Bey, and let's start off with the layer. We have the Fox Brush layer, and because this is a CX Bey, the blade has 3 parts. Let's start off with the lock chip. We have the Fox lock chip, and it looks really clean. And the colors are pretty accurate to the TT one. Next up, we have the brush main blade, and it also looks really good. The details on the blade look pretty good, and the metal is also pretty clean. Now we have the Jaggy assist blade, and yeah, it looks exactly like the TT one. Now let's see if the parts fit in well with each other. Let's put the lock chip. And the lock chip is actually not too loose. It's actually pretty similar to the TT ones. Now let's see how much it weighs. 40 grams. Okay, so this is also heavier than the TT one, just like the Scorpio Spear. Okay, so far the blade is perfect. Now let's move on to the ratchet. We're supposed to be getting the 970 ratchet, but they actually gave us the wrong height. So at first glance, it does look like the 70 height design, but it's actually not even a 60 height, it's a 55 height. Comparing it to a 60 height ratchet, you can definitely tell that this one is shorter. But other than the height being wrong, the colors are pretty accurate, and let's see if it fits in well. And yeah, it is pretty good. Now let's move on to the bit. So we're supposed to be getting the gear rush bit, but instead they gave us a gear flat. So here I have the real TT gear flat, and as you guys can see, it does have the star shape, but the Flame one is completely smooth. And also the quality control is pretty bad because the bit is loose. And also the new Flame bits actually have a new mold. As you guys can see here, we have a thicker shaft than the older ones. And what this does is basically make the bit a bit tighter when putting it on the ratchet. Okay, so the Flame brand Fox brush. So other than the height being wrong and the bit being wrong, the blade is pretty good. Now let's move on to our next Bey. We have the Xeno Excalibur remake. Okay, let's start off with the blade. We have the Xeno Excalibur blade, and it looks absolutely stunning. Flame truly cooked with this one. Even the stickers are actually printed on, so they will not come off. And Flame always has amazing paint jobs. Like this blue looks amazing. Now let's check the weight. So before checking the weight, the TT one weighs about 29 grams, so it is pretty light. So let's see how much this weighs. Oh, 29 grams. So it does weigh the same amount as the TT one. Okay, so for the blade, I honestly am super impressed. Now for the ratchet. So they did give us the correct ratchet. We have the 360 ratchet. And they absolutely nailed the colors on it too. And it fits in super well with the blade. Now for the bit, we do have the correct bit. We have the gear flat bit, but it is still the modified version. Let's see if the bit fits in well. Oh, yeah, this is super loose. So the bits being loose is still a problem for the Flame brand. Which is pretty weird because Flame showed us that they can make good bits that are not loose. For example, with Prestige Dark, the bit does fit in super well. And even with Wizard Arc, like the bit fits in super well. Okay, so overall, except from the bit being loose and having a different mold and design, it is pretty good. Now let's move on to our next bay. We have the Black Fox brush. Here is the blade. The design is super clean. The gear chip I think is a bit too dark. It is pretty hard to see the design. But the assist blade looks pretty good. The main blade too. And the gear chip, I mean the lock chip is not loose at all. It is like the white one. It fits in pretty good. So I guess the Flame brand did fix the loose lock chip problem. Now for the ratchet, we're supposed to be getting 080, but they gave us 060 instead. It's pretty weird because they showed us that with Scorpio Spear, they can actually give us a 080 ratchet, but they gave us the 60 height instead. So I don't know, Flame, what are you doing? At least it does fit in pretty well with the blade. Now next up we have the bit, and this bit has to be the most cursed bit I've ever seen. So the bit is supposed to be disc ball, and at first glance it does look like a disc ball, but there are so many things wrong with it. First of all, the tip is actually flat, so it is actually an attack type bit, which, why do this? And it also has a thick shaft for high burst resistance, which is pretty weird because this is supposed to be a defense/stamina bit. And on top of that, it is free spin. Like what the hell? So technically this is not disc ball, this is flat, free disc ball. I mean, at least it fits in pretty well with the ratchet, it's not too loose, it's actually pretty tight. But oh man, this looks so cursed. And also I forgot to check the weight of the blade. 39 grams. Okay, so this is a bit lighter than the white one. Okay, so the Black Fox brush. Only the blade is good. The ratchet has the wrong height, and the bit, if we can even consider this a bit, is the most cursed bit I've ever seen. Now let's move on to our last bay. We have the MQ Golden Fox brush. So as I've said in the beginning of the video, I did order the Flame one, but they gave me the MQ one instead. Let's start off with the blade. We have the Fox Brush Golden Blade, and this is not a gold color, this is a transparent yellow. And also the gear chip is pretty tight, the only way to remove it is with the bit. And I've noticed that you cannot take off the lock chips of the MQ brand with some fake bits. So you have to use TT bits to actually get the lock chip off. The lock chip does look pretty good, I think the color is just slightly off. But the main blade, the color is completely off. This is supposed to be a golden solid color, but this is a yellowish kind of transparent yellow. And the assist blade, I think the color is also slightly off, but I actually do like this color. So overall the blade is alright, but the lock chip is just too tight. Let's check the weight. 36 grams, okay, this is a lot lighter than the Flame ones. But I think that the MQ one is actually the closest one to the real one in terms of weight. Next up we have the ratchet, so we're supposed to be getting a 260 ratchet, but they actually gave us the 80 height. And also I think the color is a bit different than the TT one. But it does fit in pretty good with the blade. Next up we have the bit, so we're supposed to be getting Unite, but they gave us a yellow flat bit. And the flat bit doesn't even have a screw, so you can just take apart the bit. Like come on MQ, you're not even trying. But the bit does fit in pretty well with the ratchet. Okay, now let's go test these bays in the stadium. Here we are at the stadium to test the fake Flame brand bays. Let's start off by doing a test launch with Scorpio Spear. So it is now in the stamina mode. So it should change modes when doing an extreme dash. Okay. Let's see if it changed modes. And yeah, now it is in the attack mode. Now let's do a battle between Wizard Arc and Scorpio Spear. Okay, extreme dash. It should have changed modes. Okay, it's not really aggressive right now because of the zap bit. And it looks like it does have more stamina than Wizard Arc. And yeah, it wins. Big hit. Oh, and we have a burst finish. Now we have Fox Brush, let's do a test launch. Now let's do a battle between Hell's Reaper and Fox Brush. And we have an overwatch. Big hits from Fox Brush. it lost its balance. And it lost. And we have an overfinish. Against Corpus Pier. And Corpus Pier wins. Now we have the Xeno Excalibur remake. Let's do a test launch. Now let's do Excalibur against Golem Rock. Excalibur got an overfinish and then it just yeeted itself out of the stadium. But it doesn't have enough stamina left, and it loses. And we have a bird finish. Okay, so I'm actually quite surprised that Xeno Excalibur is actually pretty good because Golem Rock is pretty strong. Now we have the Black Fox brush with the flat disc ball. Let's do a test launch. Now the Black Fox brush is gonna go against Phoenix Wing. Phoenix Wing just knocked itself out of stage. And we have an extreme finish. Huge hits. It's gonna be pretty close. And Phoenix Wing wins. And Fox brush wins. And now we have our last bay. We have the MQ Golden Fox brush. Let's do a test launch. Now let's do Fox brush against Grand Brave. And Fox brush lost its balance and it kind of scraped. Who's gonna win? And Fox actually wins, wow. And the bit actually split in half because it doesn't have any screw. So I don't know, I think I'm gonna consider this as a burst finish. The bit split in half again. Thank you guys for watching this video till the end. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. This was Cool Time, and I'll see you in the next video.